Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the album Dehumanizer by Black Sabbath. This album was originally released in 1990, and was the last Black Sabbath album to feature Ronnie James Dio on vocals, before he would go back to do his do the vocals on his self-titled band. But yeah, so like I said, it was originally released in 1990. I guess the very first reissue was in 92. Um, but yeah, so this is actually the deluxe expanded edition. It has 2 discs. You can see, but I know this isn't the first version of this. Again, I believe the original deluxe version was in 92, because because I have seen pictures of the original version with the 2 discs. That was the it was a jewel case style case. It was a hardcover jewel case. Yeah, so there are 2 different versions of the 2 disc version: the original 1992 one, and then this digipack version. But yeah, so let's see. Hold on. So I'm gonna name off the band members really quick. Where are they listed on here? Here we go. Geezer Butler on bass, Ronnie James Dio on vocals, Tony Iommi on guitar, and Vinny Appice on drums. Alright, hold on. There we go. Okay. So the album starts off with the song Computer God, which is a really great way to open an album. Computer God is an amazing song. It starts off, it doesn't really get into the song portion right off the bat, which you would probably usually expect from I guess from this time. I guess from this time in the 90s, usually stuff just starts right off the bat. But not with this album. It starts off with sort of an ambiance, kind of. How to describe it other than that. But then it slowly builds up and it goes into the main song. And it just feels like, right off the bat, you can tell this album is a lot heavier than, I would say, stuff from, like, not just like the 70s, but a lot of like the other 80s stuff, almost like up to here. Like, this feels not really, I don't think it's the heaviest thing, Black Sabbath thing I've listened to so far. I think that goes to quite a few songs on Forbidden are pretty heavy, but overall wise, this particular song, to start off this album, just hits you right off the bat after it goes from the more atmospheric sort of ambiance of the intro section right to the main song. Just hits you and you're like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. But it's a really good opening track. Very catchy. Almost sort of, I want to say it has sort of a thrash type vibe to it. Not because it's anything to do with speed, but just the way the way the sound is. And then Ronnie James Dio's vocals as well. They're very different from what you would hear on like his self-titled band, or even early stuff, like not early stuff, but like stuff from like the 80s with Black Sabbath stuff from the 80s with Dio on vocals. These are very different vocals. They're not raspy, but they are harsher. And because he's well known for his more traditional heavy metal type vocals, but here they're slightly harsher. Again, they're not raspy or guttural or anything, but they are quite harsher than his traditional style of vocals. But yeah, Computer God, amazing. Track number 2 is After All the Dead. This one's another really good song. Great follow up to the first song. This one is sort of a odd one because unlike the first one, I don't know. It's just straight into it. There's not really that much of an intro, but it is there. It's just compared to the other intro of the first song, it's kind of short, and you sort of don't pay attention. You miss it, and then like it just gets right to the song. But yeah, just another amazing song. Track number 3, TV Crimes. It's my favorite song on the album. It's just so catchy. Like out of all the songs on the album, TV Crimes feels the most almost thrashy. Again, not in how fast it is, but in just the overall vibe the song gives off and just the overall feel. Um, and kind of the vocals as well. Not too much of the vocals, but just teeny bit. But it's more of the vibe the song gives off and the feel. But yeah, it's just a really catchy song, both in the riff, the solo, and then the vocals as well. Just a really good song. TV Crimes, awesome. Um, Track number 4, Letters from Earth, is another really good song. Not as catchy as TV Crimes, but still really good. Sort of, I don't know, it feels a little bit like it has this almost a connecting feel to the song. After all the dead. Not really lyrically or anything, but it just gives off a sort of the same vibe, almost like it would be very it would be paired very well next to that other song. But yeah. Let's see. Track number 5, Masters of Insanity. It's definitely my second favorite song on the album. Again, it's almost as catchy as TV Crimes, but a tiny bit less so, but still really good. And then track number 6, Time Machine. It's sort of forgettable. Track number 7, Sins of the Father. Again, pretty forgettable. Track number 8, Too Late. It's again forgettable. Track number 9, I. Not to be confused with the song from Morbid Angel, I. A completely different song, just the same title. But I is kind of okay, I guess. And then the album ends off with Burned Alive, Buried Alive, which is okay. But yeah, I mean, this album is it has like a similar taste with a lot of albums where like the first half, songs 1 to 5 are amazing, whereas songs 6 to 10 are range from just forgettable to just okay. But yeah, and then before I give my rating, I do have a few things to say about this album and show you guys. First off, there's sort of a little, I guess. Oh no! So yeah, the features on the bonus disc. So there's 2 sections to the bonus disc. The first thing is disc 2 is bonus tracks. They're, I guess, slightly different versions of 3 songs on the main track list. They are Master of Insanity, single edit. I don't know what that means. I guess there was a single version of that one that's slightly different than the one on the actual album. And then the bonus track number 2, Letters from the Earth, B-side version. So, and then track number 3 is Time Machine, Wayne's World version. Huh? Really? I didn't know that in the movie Wayne's World it was a completely different version of whatever's on the actual album. Huh? Who would know? Who would have thought? Like they changed it up for a movie. Also, now that I think about it, okay, so I have seen clips. I haven't seen the full movie, but I have seen clips of Wayne's World, and I have seen the clip that the song was played in, and honestly, I completely forgot about that song. Like, I do remember it, but it didn't really stick in my mind because I didn't know of Black Sabbath at the time. But now that I look back on it, yeah, that was the song. It's like, but for the life of me, I can't remember whether it sounded the same. Okay, so I haven't really checked out the bonus tracks yet. Um, Again, for this review, I'm mainly, like with other stuff with bonus tracks, I mainly focus on just the main album. But yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Anyway, and then the second half of the bonus tracks is live at Sundome Tampa, 25th July 1992. Children of the Sea, Die Young, TV Crimes. Ooh, TV Crimes. I really want to hear this live version. But yeah, TV Crimes, Master of Insanity. Sorry. After All That Is Dead, and Neon Nights. And then of course there's, I guess, like a read up on the back here. It says, this 2D edition of Dehumanizer, arguably one of Black Sabbath's heaviest albums, features the vocals of late great Ronnie James Dio, who joins founding members Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler and heavy-hitting drummer Vinny Appice. It was the lineup that created 1981's Epiphone, Mob Rules, and 1982's Live Evil. This edition is expanded in. Oh, this edition is expanded with the single edit of Masters of Reality. Masters of Insanity. I always get. Why am I getting the two songs confused? Oh, I know why. Because the song titles are kind of the same. Again, Masters of. So interchangeable. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. This edition is expanded with the single edit of Masters of Insanity, an alternate version of Letters from Earth that originally appeared as a B-side to the TV Crime single, and a version of Time Machine originally recorded for the soundtrack to the movie Wayne's World. The set also features 6 rare live tracks recorded at Florida's Sundome at the beginning of the 1992 Dehumanizer tour, including the previously unreleased Master of Insanity, After All the Dead, and After All the Dead. Liner notes by Metal Hammer's Dom Lawson are based on interviews with Tony Iommi. And then, of course, before you flip it open completely, there's pictures of the band. And then again, and then the actual little booklet here. It's not a lyric booklet. There's no lyrics in here, unfortunately, but it does have a pretty cool sort of. Oh yeah, and on the back, it's just like the I guess this is the picture for the back of the vinyl. Because on here it says side 1, Computer God, After All That Is Dead, TV Crimes, Letters from Earth, Master of Insanity, and then side 2, Time Machine, Sins of the Father, Too Late, I, and Buried Alive. So, like, yeah, this is this is definitely the back of the vinyl version. Again, side 1, side 2, it's vinyl. But yeah, oh, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. I'm not going to read all of it. But as you can see, there's just a whole booklet about the album. And of course, there's the tour poster. Huh. Oh, Testament opened for Black Sabbath that time. Interesting. I've heard of Testament. I've never gotten around to listening to them yet, but I will. They apparently they're one of the best thrash bands, according from people I've heard. So I better check that out. But yeah, and then some magazines. And then just some more stuff. Again, I'm not going to read all this because it'd take too long, and I don't want to make this video 20 minutes long like a lot of other stuff. I know, usually when I do 20-minute long videos, it's usually just because I'm talking a lot about the album itself and not really reading whatever is on the pamphlets. Oh, crap, hold on. It's weird. I think I might have this in wrong. Oh, there we go. Yep. So, overall, I'm going to rate this album a 7 out of 10. It's a really good album for the first half, and a really crap album from the second half. But, I mean, the stuff that is good on here, the first half is really, really, really good. Definitely, even though, I don't know, yeah, I highly recommend you guys check this album out if you haven't already. Yeah, the second half, like, songs 6 to 10 aren't that good, but songs 1 to 5 are just definitely something, anyone who's a fan of, like, heavy metal, especially with Black Sabbath fans, is definitely, tracks 1 to 5 definitely are just a must-listen. But yeah, so, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.